This is not a quesadilla. This is gozleme, one of Turkey's most popular street foods. It's very delicious and savory, a flatbread filled with delicious goodness. Come with me. The easiest way to describe gozleme is that it's like the Turkish version of a quesadilla. It's a very popular street food found in many corners of Turkey, and it's thin flatbread and it's filled with all sorts of delicious fillings. The dough is very basic, 4 ingredients: flour, water, olive oil, and a pinch of salt. Very easy. So here we go. We're gonna start by sifting the flour here, and we're just using about 3½ cups or 3 1/3. We're just gonna go ahead and sift. So you just tap, tap, tap. Then we're gonna make a well. I love to do that, right in the middle here.
You did well enough.
I did well enough. I'm using kosher salt, about a teaspoon right here in this well. We're going in the well with a cup of lukewarm water right in the well. And then 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Normally, I do not measure olive oil because I think the more the merrier. But since we are baking, we've got to be a little more precise, right? So we're going with 3 tablespoons of good extra virgin olive oil. Shameless plug, the best olive oil is on themediterraneandish.com. Hit the shop tab, people, when you get there. So now that we have everything in the bowl, go ahead and kind of play with it. It's gonna feel like the dough will never come together, but just keep at it. This is a very good stress reducer. One of the things about baking is it is a very sensory oriented, is it? Yeah. Activity that allows you to use your hands, which makes your brain very happy. So if you're wondering, why should I bake? Your brain likes it when you use your hands. I'm dripping with wisdom today, people. Be confident, and it's gonna be like rough and some parts are dry. Just keep working with it, but it's gonna come together. All right, now we're just gonna go ahead and kind of dust with a little more flour, and then just take your dough, your shaggy dough. It's not perfect, just like life, you know. Focus on the kneading at the moment.
Some flour on your face.
Oh, do I
You
have?
look like a baker, though. It's fine.
I'm baking. I'm baking and I'm making a mess. Oh.
Yeah.
Flour.
Makeup! Dough's coming together. You're just gonna keep kneading until it feels smoother and semi-firm and comes together in a ball. Looks like a brain. Bring your bowl back, little drizzle of some extra virgin olive oil, and then put the dough in. Tiny more olive oil. Coat the dough with the olive oil. We're gonna cover this and set it aside for about 20 minutes or so. That's all you need. Now, there are so many filling options for gozleme, and they are all delicious. This one just happens to be vegetarian, and it's spinach, onion, and a little bit of feta cheese, so it's absolutely delicious. So we're just gonna chop the spinach. We're using baby spinach here to make things easy. Good bit of onion, just yellow onion here chopped. And then we're gonna season. Salt, not too much since you're gonna add feta cheese later. Oh yeah, you don't want it to be too salty. Pepper, and a little bit of Aleppo pepper flakes. Beautiful red peppers right here. Check this out. Not as spicy hot as your regular pepper flakes, but these will add just enough heat and a little bit of, you know, sweet undertones. Drizzle of some good extra virgin olive oil to bring this party together. While the dough is hanging out, we've got our filling almost done here, and we're just gonna go ahead and massage. This action will help infuse the spinach with flavor, but also will help both the spinach and the onion to soften a bit. It doesn't hurt to kind of put this back in your sifter and squeeze any excess liquid out. Creamy, dreamy feta, I like to crumble my own. I think I've said it a million times, buy your feta in blocks in the brine. Buy your feta in blocks in the brine. So much tastier and so much creamier. We're going to incorporate the feta into this spinach and oniony situation. We're gonna just set this aside for a few minutes, and then we're gonna put this whole party together. Alrighty, remember there's no yeast in this dough, so you're not looking for it to like fully rise. The purpose of setting it aside is to allow the gluten to do its magic, so that's really all. Add a little bit of flour, and we're gonna try as much as possible to do 6 equal parts. So I'm gonna go down here, right in the middle, 1 and 2. This recipe is one of those that are great to make ahead because you can use it for lunch or snack on it. You know, any of our other Mediterranean salads will go very well to make this a nice full meal. So now that we have 5 in this bowl, we're gonna cover with our damp towel. You wanna keep the dough nice and moist while you're working. Your goal is to stretch it so much that it becomes so thin, and it should measure about 10 inches or so. You do need it to be super thin. It's a good family activity. It's not difficult, but it's kind of fun. Are you guys having fun?
Oh yeah, so much fun.
Having so much fun. Yeah, the magic of TV, it's okay if it's not perfect, but it's nice and thin. Look how thin this is. This is what you're looking for. At this point in time, you're just gonna take some of this gorgeous filling that's been sitting around making lots of flavor, and you're going to put it on 1/2 of your gozleme. And then you're gonna fold over the other half, and you are going to close it up. Be sure to just tap the top very gently so that you can let any air bubbles out before you fully close it. And then I'll just work through the rest doing the same exact thing 6 times. Now let's go to the stove. These cook so quickly, they literally take less than 4 minutes each. Okay, I'm just watching for my pan to be nice and hot. Carefully lay the first one. Be prepared to flip. After a minute on one side, you flip it back. Do this a couple times until you see some bubbles showing up on the surface and your dough looks like it's done. That's all. It's very easy. Ooh, now you can start to hear the sizzle. And at this point in time, I'm gonna give it a quick brush of olive oil on the top. You should be seeing some nice golden brown charring, and it is so good. Ooh, look at that. Since they're nice and large, we're just gonna cut them into 2. This should give you 12 servings. It's the perfect handheld meal, makes a great light vegetarian dinner or snack. Just add a salad and you're good to go. Check out my next video for Turkish piyaz salad to go along with this gozleme. So good. Grab the recipe for Turkish gozleme over on themediterraneandish.com. I will see you later. Ciao.